Okay, we're here with Katie. We're going to get through our OPEX body, move, and work assessments. Exciting! Woohoo! Thank you for helping me out with this. So, it's good. So we're going to do some measurements first.
Okay.
Then we're going to do some movements.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a work test on the bike at the end. Okay. So the first measurement we're going to do is on scale.
Okay.
Okay. So that's set. Set to 0. It's going the opposite way. All right.
Okay.
Step onto there. 202.
Yep.
Okay. How does that compare with what you do? You have a different scale at home when you've been?
I usually weigh in the morning first thing, so it's about 192, 193.
Okay. And you've got the sweater on and
Yep.
shoes on. Okay. Next, to get a body, a general body fat percentage, we're going to do
Okay.
neck, waist, and hips.
Okay.
And height. So let's come over and do our height real quick.
Okay.
You probably know how tall you are,
Yes.
right? Stand here with your shoes off if you can,
Okay.
if it's easy to take them off.
Yep.
Heels back up, and then we're just going to turn around. What do you think you're at?
5'5".
5'5"? More like about 5'4".
Could be around there.
Yeah. Oh, 5'4.5".
Okay.
Okay. Perfect there.
Do I need my shoes back?
Shoes can go back on. I'm sorry, that was the only time that
Okay.
they're gonna come off.
Should have worn nicer shoes.
Had to hit him pretty hard, just energy's kind of low from the
He's
shot.
had energy, definitely. Headache, a little bit of chills, but it's been, he describes it as he's aware of his clothes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like where you can feel like,
Yeah.
but badly, like it's,
Yeah.
normally you're not thinking about it, but it's just really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
So,
Interesting.
but it hasn't, I mean,
I
I say it's bad, it hasn't been horrible, but
Yeah.
it's just, he's
Well,
just,
hopefully it goes away within 24 hours.
I imagine it will.
Yeah, that's what ours did. We went away with it. We had, I didn't notice until we went to sleep, and then we both had like chills that night, and the next day I was just nauseous.
You guys got the Johnson
Yeah,
Johnson.
yeah. So, but 24 hours and it was gone. So the next night, no chills or anything else. So,
Yeah.
all right, stand right here. First one we're gonna do is your neck.
Okay.
So, that right there, we're at 14 on that.
Okay.
I could do your sleeve too if you want to know which size men's shirt you would wear. You have to have neck and sleeve length for
Okay.
a men's shirt. So, anyways. Okay, next one we're going to do is waist. So again, stand here, and I just want you to point to your belly button and turn sideways. So there we go. Point to your belly button. This is going to go around.
Okay.
Lift your arm up. Okay, so now put your arms down. Take a deep breath. Arms hanging down beside you, and then just relax. Perfect. So 41 on the waist. Alright, next one, stand in that same position again. Next, we're going to do hips.
Okay.
Lower that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, perfect. 49 on that. Later on, I will plug these into a little calculator that I have that gives me a general body fat percentage.
Okay.
It's not entirely accurate because it's just going off of measurements and it's not actually measuring what your body fat is, but it's within 1 to 3
Okay.
percentage points. So, all right, that's the first part on that. So next, we're going to go through all those check boxes and go through movements.
Okay.
And really this, I'm not trying to do anything. We're not going to do like a push-up test and pull-ups and burpees and craziness like that. It's just seeing how you move and if there's anything that we need to focus on when it comes to the training.
Okay.
So a couple of quick questions. Since you haven't filled out the intake, are there any injuries or joint, bone, muscle considerations that we need to have for anything that you have going on?
I have had issues with my knees.
Okay.
It's been progressive over the last, since elementary school, but it's definitely gotten worse. I found that they keep sitting straight when I have my legs kind of to the side when I stand up, like I couldn't straighten my legs for a while. I had to do it slowly.
Yeah.
That's new.
Okay.
But it's mostly like on the outside.
Okay.
Injury from elementary school that never got diagnosed.
Okay.
So, this doesn't hurt anymore like today, but earlier in the week I was having issues with motion, range of motion of my wrist. It would hurt
Okay.
if I even tried to go that far.
Okay.
So it does not hurt right now.
Okay.
I don't
Just
know.
on the left side?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anything else?
That's mostly it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take it easy then on the squats and lunges. I may have you. I'll have you hold on to something so you can get braced a little bit in case it bothers you. So
Okay, no problem.
we're gonna do a test of your shoulder mobility first. I'm gonna have you stand in front of that bench facing me so we can see them in the camera.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna have you turn around and on. So the first one we do is called the scratch test.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you take your left arm,
Okay.
reach it up, and you're gonna reach down as far as you can. And then your right arm's gonna come up and see how close you can get to those touching.
Okay.
Okay? And I need my phone's gonna take some pictures.
Okay.
So go ahead and turn around, we'll see the camera. So left arm up, reach down your spine. And then right arm's gonna come up, and we're seeing how close you can get to touching. Awesome. Any pain, discomfort, anything weird there?
A little bit right here, but that's
Just in turning
just
that,
mostly
rotating
stretching.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. So right arm's gonna go up, reach down the spine, left arm up. Awesome. Okay, again, any kind of, nothing there. You right-handed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we want to see, the main thing that we want to see with that is symmetry, right? So I don't want to see like one side touching and then the other arm you're 3 inches away, 4 inches away, right? So just to see how both arms, so right now you're pretty symmetrical. You've got about an inch gap in between your fingers on both arms.
Okay.
So nothing really remarkable there, it's just an observant thing. Okay, next we're going to get into some squats. So here's how we're going to do squats. I want you to squat to that bench, just as a little safety thing, in case knees are not liking it, you're not going to fall down. So I want you to get your feet on either side of the edge of that bench. So
Facing your way.
Facing me. So scoot over, or walk this way a little bit, you're going to be in front of it.
Okay.
Kind of like a chair behind you, you're going to sit down to.
Okay.
So just where you are right now, I'm not going to give you really any other coaching cues. I just want to see you do 2 squats to that bench.
Okay.
However you would do it.
Touching or not?
Go down, touch the bench, and stand back up.
Okay.
Yep, however you would do it. Okay, actually, let's stop there.
I was gonna say.
So now what I want you to do is a little bit different.
Okay.
So the things I saw when you first did that is your knees shooting forward.
Yeah.
Your heels coming up off of the ground, and everything being very knee dominant, okay? So I want to readjust you a little bit.
Which is probably why I have knee problems.
Okay, right. So everything is just shooting into the knees, and it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the knees. This is what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to think about first breaking at your hips. So like a bow. Okay? And then as you go down, I want you to think of driving your knees outward.
Okay.
And come forward a little bit, about 2 inches. Not quite so far. Back a little bit. Get your feet wider. Good. Now if you notice, that bench is kind of far away.
Yeah.
right?
But I'm leaning
So
back.
I want you to actually think about, oh, I've got to get back there to sit down at that bench, okay? So, should be in an okay spot. So slowly start to go into a squat. Arms can be out in front of you, eyes
Okay.
open there.
Okay.
Sit back, knees go out. Knees go out, 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 and stand up. Good. Do that 2 more times. Push the knees out, 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 stand. Good. And then 1 more time. Knees out, 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 and stand up. How did that feel?
Much better.
Okay? Yeah, so just with a little bit of redirecting, you can get into a good, that was actually a pretty good squat position and form.
Okay.
Those are just some of the cues that we've got to get you into, otherwise you're going to
Yeah.
put a ton of pressure on those knees and not really be able to strengthen your quads because your knees are hurting so much you're doing it.
Right.
So most of these things are all pass fail.
Okay.
That first squat would have been a fail.
Okay.
Right? As we readjusted you and put you in some other stuff, it was a pass.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of both. You were able to do it and get into the position when I kind of gave you some cues on that.
Okay.
Okay, next one is toe touch.
Okay.
So I want you to put your feet together. And this is just testing a little bit of hamstring flexibility, mobility, also for some people low back and shoulders. So put your hands on your thighs. I just want you to trace your legs and go all the way down. We're just going to hang and see how low you can get. Okay? Awesome. Legs are straight, just about to the tiptoes. Okay, any pain,
I
discomfort?
touch them.
There you go.
I mean, I feel it pulling in the back of my knees, but it's not
A
painful.
little bit of stretching back there,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so next we're going to get into a lunge.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is we're going to do it over here. We're going to do it over here with this as sort of as a guide, okay? Or an assist.
Okay.
So I want you to put your feet on this line. And then what I want you to do is I want you to, in fact, actually probably toes behind a little bit.
Okay.
I want you to step forward and go down into a lunge. But then this is here just to help if you need it, okay? And then step on back out, okay? And then I'm going to have you turn around and feet are going to be back here. And we're going to do the same thing. Trying to take, inside leg. So whatever leg is on the inside is the one that stays back. It's the outside one that's going. Okay? So come on over. Let's try with feet kind of on that line. Come forward a little bit. Yeah, right up there. You have a little bit shorter leg than I do.
They do.
So outside leg is the leg that I want you to step forward. And then I want you to take that inside knee as close as you can to the ground. Don't let it hit the ground.
Okay.
I want to keep it maybe an inch above.
Okay.
All right, go for it. And just
Whoops.
stand back up.
I did hit the ground.
That's okay. I just don't want you to drive it in and hit it and hurt it. So that's why I'm trying to get you to stop. How did that feel? Okay, so now try to do it with basically as little assistance. You can still have your hand there, so just as little assistance as possible. Okay, so maybe your hand is just sliding on it. It's just there if you need. Go ahead and do 2 more like that. Good, stand up. Good, and 1 more. Okay?
Yeah.
Feel okay?
Yep.
A little weak?
Yep.
Okay, all right, let's come over and we're gonna do the other side. This line's a little bit further back, so let's get your heels on that line. That'll be a little better.
Middle heels or back?
Yeah, right up there. It's just it's not exactly the same distance from my ball.
That's fine.
Okay, so now outside leg steps forward.
Okay.
Go ahead and go into it. Use the support if you need it.
Okay. That's way weaker.
Yeah, so I noticed that when you came up, it kind of shifted back into
And
a.
like even my hip, like
Okay.
I felt it like shift.
Okay. Have you ever had that kind of thing happen before? When was the last time you did lunges?
Never.
Okay. All right.
No, it's been a really long time. I've not been very active.
Okay.
So
Let's try 1 more and just keep that support there and really do whatever you can. Once you go down, to kind of drive off of that leg that's in the front to kind of push you back up and stand up nice and tall. Go for it. Good. Try that out quick. There you go. Okay. All right.
that one didn't feel.
Those two are
Just
good.
that first one was weird.
Yeah, and it can't be just you haven't done that movement in so long. It was just like, hey, what are we doing again? And then you kind of get into it. And, all right. So with assistance, those were doable. It's just some weakness. No real pain, it sounds like, just some weakness.
It was no pain, it was just weird. It just kind of gave out a little bit.
Okay. So the next six are going to be here on the mats, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to feet at this end, head at that end. You're going to be on your back.
On my back?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so the next two are going to be what's called an active single leg raise. So I'm trying to see control of your leg and mobility of your hamstring. So what I want you to do is first I want you to think about getting your toes up nice and straight to the ceiling, and then kind of just pulling the toe up toward your nose a little bit. Good. Take your right leg, lift it up into the air while you keep both knees nice and straight. Okay? So this right leg is going to come up toward me. And then you bring it up as high as you can. Awesome. Take that one back down. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? So just take that leg up as high as you can. Good. I'm looking for you to be able to get right to 90 degrees. You're a little bit off of that, just a little bit, not much, pretty close.
Okay.
So 90 is passed, below 90 is failed, but you're pretty close. All right, next four are abdominal holds. Okay? And we're going to do these holds one time for as long as we can to create a baseline. Okay? We'll get our clock and we'll go over here a little bit closer.
Okay. Are they still here on the mat?
Yep, so they're going to be on the mat.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be front plank. So let me just give you an example.
Okay.
Basically think of the top of a push-up. Okay?
Okay.
So I want your hands directly underneath your shoulders. You can have your fingers nice and wide, toes together. And then we're just going to press up through your shoulders, tuck your tailbone under, kind of tighten up your belly button, hold that for as long as you can.
Okay.
I just don't want to see kind of the sway back, the bent knees, the shoulder blades way up. So we really want to just make sure that we're nice and tight. We're going to do that one time, as long as you can. And I may adjust you a little bit once you get in position just to make sure you're in a good spot, and then we'll just do it.
Sounds good.
Okay, whenever you're ready. Awesome. Walk your toes forward a little bit now so that your shoulders are more, a little more. Awesome, right there. Cool. Yeah, push up through your shoulders. Good. Okay, you're in it. Hold it tight right there. You started it 20 or 10 seconds in. Nice job, Katie. Good. Keep pressing on your arms and keep pulling your belly button in. That's it. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, keep going, keep going. You're doing good. All right. So that was 48 seconds. Started at 42:20, 48 seconds. What started to kind of give way? What got weak first?
I think it was definitely, I felt it a little more abdominal. And my hands just a little bit, like my wrists.
Yeah, wrists and abdominals. Okay.
Yep.
Did you notice one side or the other? Because you were a little bit shifted.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. Everything was shifted toward your right side a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that because of your left wrist?
Could be.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily hurting, but I think that my body just overcompensates for that.
Yeah. So everything was just kind of shifted a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit to that side.
Yep.
So a little, you can just kind of see a little bit how you see one arm more than the other arm. That's because you're kind of leaning toward that side. And yeah, maybe that's because of that wrist unconscious compensation. Okay, next one's going to be a reverse plank.
Okay.
So for this one, we're just changing the direction of this. So feet are going to be together. Hands behind you and fingers pointed away.
Okay.
What I want you to do here is think of lifting up the chest, lifting your hips up, and then getting your head nice and neutral. So we're not like this. We're just going to stay there as long as we can. Okay? So whenever you're ready.
This is going to be entertaining, I can tell you that much.
Whenever you're ready. All right, start it. So squeeze the glutes, keep your hips up high. Awesome. There you go. Stay right there. Nice job. Nice job. Cool. Everything looks good. 20 seconds in. Nice job, Katie. Come on. Keep squeezing, lifting the hips up, lifting the hips up. There you go. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Come on, keep some. You got this. Nice job. You're a minute. Nice job, 102. Nice work.
Those are arms.
Yeah?
Yes.
That makes sense.
I don't think I've ever done anything like that in my life.
That was good. That was a good amount of time. I don't think you thought you were going to do that long.
No, I thought I was going to fall immediately.
That was good. We want, as just in general fitness, we want people to be able to hold all these abdominal holds for 90 seconds.
Okay.
Minute and a half.
Yeah.
So the only reason it's a fail is just because you're not to that benchmark. That's all.
I'll take that fail.
But that was good.
Okay.
So good job on that. We got two more.
Okay.
Side planks now.
Okay.
So for side planks, and I'm gonna have you start. You'll end up just putting your feet on that side, so you start in your left arm.
Okay.
But I want you to do. Elbow will go on this pad, and I'll get over for you. Feet stacked on top.
Okay.
When you're ready, we're just gonna lift up, making sure that your elbow's under your shoulders, so it's not like way out there.
Right.
And then everything else, I just want you to straight line. So straight line here, and straight line here. So we're not like this, right? So we'll just make sure everything's straight. I don't care where this arm is. It can be here. I sometimes like to hold it up.
Okay.
Wherever you want to put it.
Okay.
Alright? So there's that. Same thing, as long as you can. Alright, whenever you're ready, get feet stacked on top, okay? And then that hand can either be a hand or a wrist, however you want to put your hand on the bottom, okay?
Okay, so like that.
Yep.
This is a mental challenge. Like really a big mental challenge.
Okay.
Like processing. How does that happen?
How is it supposed to come up here? So lift your hips up. Good, that's it right there. You're in it. Okay. Keep those hips up. Alright. 10 seconds on that left side.
That is just weird.
A little bit strange.
It was weird. Yes.
Yeah. Haven't done those movements before? Haven't done a side movement before? Never. Okay. Alright, so let's shift that over to that end.
Okay.
We'll be doing it on the right side. We'll take about 30 more seconds just to rest so for, not too weak from the last one.
Yeah.
Okay? And this will be our last movement. Okay? So we got about 15 seconds here. 10 seconds left. Alright, so you'll pop up in 3, 2, 1, and go. That's it. Feel those obliques squeeze in, lift them up. Good. Good, keep pressing on that shoulder. Woo. Lift up, nice. 20 seconds on that side. Alright. Did you feel like it was the obliques that were going, or was it shoulder? Where were you feeling those?
It was
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes sense. You haven't done those before, and so it's a new movement. It's like, wait, as you were saying mentally, like, wait, how does this work again?
And my muscles have to remember how to actually work. So.
All right. Okay, so that pretty simple, right? That's just the movement assessment. Just to kind of see where you're at with those.
Okay.
So next, I'm going to bring the bike over.
Okay.
And we're going to do a test of the bike for 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're just going to ride, and we're trying to record calories and just see how much you can do. There's no resistance on the bike, and I'm also not going to tell you how fast to go. It's just what kind of output do you have right now? Okay. And the disclaimer on the bike is broken. So, as I had to do with Lori halfway through, we had to stop. The hub keeps sliding out. I had to buy a new hub. It's my personal bike, and so I had to pay $140 for this right now. So, anyway, I'll show you what we have to do to get this to work. It's so comical. And we may have to stop midway through. So, and as you can see, I was singing so this is a whole day. Now it's good to go. Okay, so I think that's probably, actually let me lower this one. Your legs might be just a slight bit shorter than Lori's. Okay, let's get this set for our 10 minutes. That's there. Our weight was
202.
Let's just put you at 200. Okay, so go ahead and get on that. Yeah, you can move that pedal down a little bit.
Okay.
Good. Just make sure at the bottom your foot's still touching down there. Okay.
Yep.
So arms and legs, we're just gonna go for 10 minutes. Okay. And okay. So you start pedaling, you're off.
Okay. I like this one because it keeps you.
Hold hands, I'll keep you cool.
Yep. Exactly.
So the pedal RPM is just kind of telling you how fast you're moving the pedals. If you want to try to stay at a consistent speed, you feel like, oh, okay, maybe you feel good, I'm going to try to stay at that. As you get toward the last 2 minutes, 90 seconds, and you feel like, oh, I got some more energy, I can put on some more, or around 3 or 4 minutes, you're like, ah, oh, it's a little slow. You just kind of gauge it, right? I'm going to plug in your numbers here. you bring the water in?
Yep.
You want to bring?
Where's your water go?
Over there. By the door.
You want to drink?
Sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You guys get all that carpet up?
Oh, yes. We did. We got it all up. All of our flooring is in, except for the very last row.
Okay. Nice.
So we had to find, because this hardwood is thicker than the laminate. Everywhere we went, we were looking for the right conditions, and it was too small. So we had to pay like $50 for transitions.
Oh, wow.
It was ridiculous, but now it will look nice and will be right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just have to put it in now.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. That feels a lot better walking on that thing.
Instantly.
Yeah.
The smell was gone in our house.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
this is
cool.
so nice. So now we're getting a robotic vacuum.
Which we had, and knew and found out some things that are not good about them.
Yeah.
So I bought one and we don't use it anymore because it doesn't do. You have to have a 3-foot by 3-foot area for it to park.
Which kind did you get?
The iRobot, I have to look at the model again now. Let's see. But we couldn't find a spot. Our house is really small. We couldn't find a spot where it was like 3 feet by 3 feet. So,
Yeah.
so it always had a hard time coming home. And then it didn't like underneath the dining room table. And then we have a carpet. We have hardwood too. So we have a carpet in the living room with the couch.
Yeah.
The couch legs sit on the carpet. That's where it always got stuck under the couch. Right? And we were like, where'd it go? Sure enough, it's stuck underneath the couch. It would have been fine if it was just going under the couch or on the carpet. You could go up and down.
Yeah.
But because of the other part.
We're getting one. It's a Robo-Rock.
Okay?
We have a brand new one that just came out. And it's a it vacuums and mops at the same time.
Okay.
And it will eventually have a docking station. So it'll self-empty and self-fill.
Right.
So it sold out in one day.
Wow.
And it just came out on the 24th. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, you have to tell us how it works.
Yeah.
See how it
Well,
does.
you know, animals. The amount of
Yeah.
hair that's everywhere, now you see it all the time.
We have a rainbow vacuum.
Yeah.
The water canister one. So we vacuum every week. It's pretty gross when we pick up,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
it's better than, I like it being in the water thing rather than the stuff going through the air, so it's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So. All right, we get 3.5 minutes left, so try to stay above, at least above that 50 RPM. If you got any more energy, do it, but you gauge. There you go. All right. Good job. One more screen. There it is in our 80 calories. Nice job. Awesome. Grab your water.
Okay.
If you want to just go outside, kind of walk behind Little John, catch your breath for a second, get a little
Okay.
fresh air, and then we'll come back in and chat about kind of our results and stuff.
Okay.
All right, that takes care of the assessment for Katie. We're gonna come back in and chat about programming and days of the week and kind of what the program will look like moving forward, when we're gonna meet again and so on. So that's what's coming next, but that takes care of the assessment. Thanks for viewing, that's it.